Okay, we gotta talk about McKinley Richardson. This is supposedly Jack Doherty's girlfriend, and she's actually worse than Jack Doherty, if that's even possible. So basically, she's an OnlyFans girl and goes to absolutely extreme lengths to promote her stuff. Now, of course, getting into a relationship with Jack is already like Chinese water torture, but that already wasn't enough subscriptions for her. She needed more. She couldn't just capture the adult audience. She needed kids to buy her OnlyFans as well, which is why she actually uses minors to promote her OnlyFans. Like actual kids who are 11 years old. Here's a video she posted with baby Gronk, who's this kid who's 11 years old, who's somehow become an influencer now.
Would you rather have this girl or this Urus?
I'm taking that Urus.
Urus?
Yep.
All right. Would you rather have this girl or this McLaren? McLaren? Oh, okay. All right, well, sorry. All right, would you rather have this girl or this blue Lambo?
Lambo.
Still?
Still.
Not good enough for you?
No.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so let me get this straight. You are a full-grown woman asking an 11-year-old boy if he'd rather sleep with an OnlyFans girl. Excuse me, what the flying fuck is wrong with you? FBI, open up, holy mother of God. This is, bro, this is disgusting. I mean, I knew these kind of people would do anything for money, considering you're OnlyFans. You're pretty much like Mr. Krabs, who sells SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents, you know, clearly doesn't value anything at all like morals, but, you know, selling your body online, that's still just a choice that you made. But now you're involving in another minor, like you're absolutely just corrupting this 11-year-old kid just because you want to sell more OnlyFans subscriptions. I mean, who even are you selling to? Because the people watching Baby Gronk are kids as well. When this video goes viral, majority of the audience are kids as well. And I know some regards on the internet are going to be like, when actually, if they're a minor and a viewer, they can't actually buy the OnlyFans, right? So therefore, it's completely okay. But, I mean, kids steal their mom's credit card all the time to buy V-Bucks on Fortnite. That's literally a meme. And if they can do that, obviously, they can steal their mom's credit card to do shit like this as well, right? Obviously, it's going to be dependent on the parenting as well. But let's not act like kids don't have access to money to buy online stuff, all right? Otherwise, she wouldn't even be taking this approach to promote her OnlyFans. And we know these kind of OF girls do this all the time, and not just on YouTube Shorts, not just on TikTok, not just on Instagram, but even on Twitch. That's the reason they were making such a fuss and they try to get around these rules, because in the end, these girls just want to maximize the revenue they're making. They don't care if they're selling to adults or selling to kids. I mean, goddamn, the bar was low. You're literally Jack Doherty's girlfriend. That's that is the lowest bar there is. But somehow you got even lower. You're reaching EDP 445 status here. All right. Here's what the comments are saying. Can men promote OnlyFans with 11-year-old girls? You're asking an underage kid if he wants a wannabe OF girl or a car. This is illegal. It really isn't his fault because his dad is the one forcing him to do this content. We'll get to that as well. Bro, he's like 11. Quit promoting your OF with children. Why is this in my feed? I don't know. Okay, let's put on our thinking cap over here. A little bit of logic, right? So what happens if a full-grown man, you know, dressed half naked, asks an 11-year-old girl if she'd rather sleep with a prawn model or whatever and posts it online for everybody to see and then links his freaking like OF or whatever the hell? I mean, bro is getting arrested immediately, all right? No questions asked. You're the new EDP. You're cooked. You're absolutely eviscerated, right? Knocked out of existence. You're antimatter. Okay, that's not how it works, but you get what I mean. Meanwhile, Jack's girlfriend is here, and she can just get away with anything. I don't know how this is allowed. I don't know how this is okay. I don't know how this is there. Like, it's not been banned by Instagram or whatever, all these platforms here. Just like, I'm pretty sure there's some videos on YouTube as well. This is just criminal behavior.
All right, baby Gronk, who has more riz? You or blue tie?
Who's blue tie?
Who is blue tie?
That's what I'm saying.
I have no idea who blue tie is. I don't get it.
I guess I have more riz.
You have more riz, yeah. Comments, who has more riz?
I don't know what the hell that even was. I don't know what blue tie is. I'm not even going to search it up to research for this video because I am going to die of brain rot. Okay, I'm sorry. It's an 11-year-old. The only thing Baby Gronk should be trying to rizz up is maybe his Fortnite character, all right? Not a goddamn disgusting, exploitative OF girl, all right? And it's not just Jack Doherty's girlfriend here. There's a whole bunch of people that join in here, and one by one we're gonna get some Marvel-esque cameos here. This is a comment section saying using a 5th grader to promote OF girls should be illegal. Still don't understand why this kid is talking to half-naked OF girls talking about Riz. It's so disturbing. How is this legal? Now you might be wondering, the first question in your head is, where is his mom and dad? Where are his parents? How are they allowing this? Well, turns out his parents run the Baby Gronk account, all right, which has about another 500 videos of him promoting OnlyFans girls, right? So essentially, this is a classic situation of disgusting, clout-hungry, social media money-addicted parents using their kids' innocence for money. And obviously, these soulless harpies pay a role as well. Obviously, they are being paid by the Baby Gronk's dad or mom or something, or the reverse. They are paying them to appear on Baby Gronk's account, which is, I don't know which way is worse. Either way, you're still in that video and you're using a kid for money, okay? Now listen carefully. I'm going to play this video very slowly, and I'm going to ask you to lock your windows because you're going to want to jump out.
Livy Dunn just cheated on Baby Gronk. Livy Dunn recently attended Michael Rubin's white party and was seen hanging out with Joe Burrow and Jake Paul. Baby Gronk was angry about this and decided to rizz up Jack Doherty to get revenge. Livy saw this and begged Baby Gronk to get back together with her. Should Baby Gronk stay with Jack Doherty or should he get back together with Livy?
Guys, I'm this close. I'm this close to jumping off a building. In Minecraft, of course, YouTube, in case you were hearing that. But how is this a thing? What the hell are you even reporting, bro? There is no way this is your job. This dude with his soulless ass eyes reporting drama about an 11-year-old rizzing up OnlyFans models. What the nah. This dude is gotta be like satire or something. But how is this even a story? How does Lizzie Dunn, whoever the fuck that is, rizz Baby Gronk? I can't believe I even said that sentence, man. I want to die. I need to take my pills. Everything I've learned today has been against my will. This shit has just showed up in my feed, man. I'm so sorry, guys. But if I have to suffer, you have to suffer with me, all right? That's the arrangement we've made on this channel, all right? Just admit you're into minors, bro. Baby Gronk rizzed up P. Diddy? The brain rot is insane. Grown-ass man, come on now. What is the point of posting this? Feeling disappointed upon seeing Lizzie Dunn with Jake Paul while she's in a relationship with Baby Gronk is understandable and can evoke a this is some chat GPT ass. Why have you... Ay. At least 100 terabytes. Of what exactly? What does he mean by this?
Would you rather snitch on your best friend or cheat on your girlfriend?
What?
I'm guilty. I'm a cheater.
No questions asked. Jesus. Baby Gronk is for the boys, I guess.
No way they used Mudahar's laugh. Nah, bro. Bro is going to sue you for this. This is peak brain rot. This is actually peak brain rot. Also, I just gotta point out, all right? They are obviously wearing these fucking half-naked ass tight outfits just to promote their OnlyFans, and it's like, it's just so weird considering you're putting a mic in a kid's face as well. And I know he agreed to be part of this, but he's 11, okay? He can't agree to shit, all right? You guys are basically making him do this or whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know how anyone's comfortable promoting essentially prawn to kids. I genuinely feel like these people need to be jailed, arrested. This kid needs CPS ASAP because the parents are doing absolutely jack shit to protect their kids. These women using a child to gain popularity is odd to me. Yes, it's odd because it's illegal, dude. This is just not allowed. This kid is going to have a very sad adult life. I will agree with that. Lock up his dad and actually every adult around him. Now I know what you're thinking. It can't possibly get worse, but it does. It does, all right? If you thought OnlyFans girls flirting with 11-year-olds was bad, Jack Doherty being mentioned in a video, how could it get worse? Well, let me introduce you to the Island Boys. The Island Boys. You guys remember the Island Boys? You know, the incest brothers?
Listen, you got Island Boy. IB tatted on you now. You're a real Island Boy. Hey, listen, what are you? I'm an Island Boy. I'm just trying to make it. Oh, I'm an island boy. I'm just trying to make it. Oh, like a Guatemala man. F that sports stuff. Now you gotta watch and you initiate to the Island Boys. You already know what time it is.
This qualifies as grooming. I'm sorry. This qualifies as grooming. You're making them sing the song? Nah. Nah. I pray for this child. This guy is going to grow up to be an absolute menace to society. He has been serially traumatized, okay? I mean, come on. He's 11, and by the age of 11, he's already interacted with the Island Boys, OnlyFans girls, used by his parents for money and clout, and exposed to unlimited amount of brain rot. It's just over for him. It's over. I don't know. His future is cooked. And these parents are so bad. Why are you letting this degenerate individual, look at his face, bro, degenerate individual next to your son, let alone shave his head and carve his initials into his skull? Jesus Christ, man. I feel bad. I feel bad for baby Gronk, man. Bad parenting once again. What parent would let their kids around them? One who wants him to be kissed by them, it seems. Yo, they gon' touch you. That is never a good sign when your comment section is filled with people saying that they're going to touch a kid. Didn't he make out with his own brother? Why, yes. Why, yes. That is an interesting piece of lore. Yes, he did. All right, here's another video of an OF girl. I don't know if this is part of Jack's harem or whatever the hell is going on there. They all look the same to me. I don't know. OF girl rizzing up baby Gronk. Yet again, apparently there's been some cheating allegations. Truly spicy drama. Okay, this was copyrighted, so you're gonna get my version of events. Sydney Smith. What's up, baby Gronk? I haven't seen you in a long time. I know, and we're both in Miami. That is true. You should come to the beach with me. Let's go. No, you're still with Livy, and I'm seeing someone. What? Your loss. And then she just, like, walks away or something. Give this woman an Oscar. I mean, what a performance. What an absolute amazing performance. This is like Game of Thrones come to life here. All right? That's the low level of degeneracy I'm actually seeing here, except it's all real. And I can safely say this is the worst content I've seen all month. And my last video was a guy literally faking cancer, and the video before that was Neon. So you know the bar is very, very low. Honestly, this just looks to me like another Little Taste situation where a minor is getting controlled by their parents, taken advantage of, and then grows up to just be a broken husk of themselves, social media addicted, clout hungry, you know, selling their body, selling their soul for money, shit like that. It's just not gonna end well for him, man. Blood is really gonna be depressed when he grows up. Actually, hate button. I hate this world. Me too, man. Me too. That's why we have this channel.
What's the cheapest thing here at Dick's?
Maybe like a jog strap or something.
Well, if you can find something worth less than me at Dick's, I'll buy you whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't care. I like how whenever you criticize any OF girl, a bunch of white knights show up in the comment section. She's just empowering herself. Yeah, by using a kid to sell her nudes. I don't know how they're gonna justify this, but I guarantee you'll find at least one comment just defending this somehow. Anyways, that's basically it. Hopefully Baby Gronk's parents, I don't know, grow some sense and stop involving their kid in all this degenerate stuff. Jack Doherty is not doing very well. Apparently his girlfriend has broken up with him and has called the cops on him. He's also melting down on stream about how his income is going down and he's not making enough money anymore, and he's essentially just ran out of OnlyFans girls to exploit. Even the last remaining one he had, his own girlfriend, has actually abandoned him. So yeah, it's just a good day to be alive for anyone but Jack Doherty, I guess. So let's just start with this video of him melting down because his girlfriend called the police. Apparently she wanted to move out and take her things, but Jack Doherty was throwing like a tantrum and not letting her, so she literally had to call the police to get the things out of her house.
Guys, look. Me and McKinley just broke up. The cops are outside of my house right now. She just called the cops on me, packed all her shit, took her f***ing car. Everything. Insane, bro. I can't believe I dated that bitch for the past 2 years, bro. It doesn't even seem real.
Okay, so basically, if you didn't follow the whole Jack Doherty lore, he's basically in a relationship with an OnlyFans girl, and he thought he was in love or some shit. And it obviously was a transactional relationship, and his life is falling apart at the seams. This is pretty much exactly what people predicted would happen. I mean, this relationship was about as real as Neon's relationship with his OnlyFans girl, where the girl is only with you for the money and the clout, and now that that has dried up, she probably makes enough on her own OnlyFans and has decided to leave because she literally used you for clout and now has left, which is basically what everyone was saying. Not to mention, you are also literally the biggest douchebag on the internet, and no sane woman would ever want to be in a relationship with you. So yeah, this was only a matter of time, and her calling the cops is just a bonus. That's like sprinkles on my ice cream. So then Jack goes on some unhinged rant calling her evil and calling girls fake and stuff.
Don't even know her. It's insane. Like, evil, bro. She's been plotting this shit for a minute. This just used me for fucking money. For real. For sure. I never thought it would be possible, but it's obvious. It's like no bitch flips like that in 24 hours, changes their passwords to absolutely everything, calls the cops to me to take all their shit, and like that. Like, who the fuck does that after I've done everything for this girl for the past 2 years? I've done more for this girl the past 2 years than I've done for my mom the whole fucking life.
Okay, so you threw money at her. Wow, what a great sacrifice. Truly legendary. Truly an actual real love story. Let's call this Romeo and Juliet Part 2. By the way, the money that he threw at her was money that he made from exploiting other OnlyFans girls. Just a spectacular business right there, where he takes a percentage of these young girls who are just, you know, showing their bodies online, and he essentially recruits them at the ripe age of 18 like an absolute creep. Also, it's so funny how he's calling her, like, evil, and she's, like, plotting this the whole time. Like, this wasn't some sort of, like, elaborate plan, like, insane Game of Thrones type scheme that nobody could have seen this coming. This was the most obvious thing ever. In fact, she probably told you at the very start exactly what she was doing, and you shut off your brain because you actually thought somebody was interested in you, but you're an absolute narcissist, and that's just not the case. You literally accepted this transactional relationship, you gave her money and clout, and she pretends to like you. It's just a classic, like, online douchebags feel. And you, being the chump you are, convinced yourself that you were in love or something, which is so embarrassing for you. I would not put this online. This is something you hide in the basement, never tell anybody. Also, how do you know that she changed all of her passwords in 24 hours unless you had access to every single one of her social media accounts? Isn't that insanely weird? Isn't that, like, borderline abusive? Like, you're monitoring every single thing she does online? That is just not normal behavior. And I think she definitely did the right thing leaving. And what I'm guessing here is that the reason Jack is so mad is that one of the passwords that he changed was probably her OnlyFans account and the revenue associated with that. So he basically lost his biggest and only income source here, which was his girlfriend making him money through OnlyFans. So rightfully, as this man goes broke, he is losing his mind. And he has to pretend that he's still rich and balling so that other girls will sign up to his service. Here we have him bragging about how much money he's making, completely pulling out figures from his ass, by the way.
Past 2 years than I've done for my mom the whole fucking life. And I'm a fucking millionaire. That's what's sad about that. It's like, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on this girl. I spent 800 days in a row with this girl, and this is how I get fucking treated. Like, what the f? I can't believe it, bro. You do everything for a girl, and she fucking calls the cops on you to come pack her shit? Like, what the fucking f? Are you shitting me?
Okay, first, I think it says more about you that she literally needs to call the cops just to get things out of her house. Like, how omega psychotic must you have been for her to actually call the cops for this? Like, when somebody breaks up, you know, they just take their things and they leave. But the fact that she had to call the cops means you were blocking her somehow. You're probably using your shit security, if you can even afford that anymore, to block her from taking her things. Looking at that absolute broccoli on your head, she probably turned to stone like your Medusa or some shit. But yeah, as usual, Jack is engaged in this massive humiliation ritual where he is just embarrassing himself constantly. I don't know why you would ever record this, why you would tell people online, I had to call the cops on my girlfriend, she's leaving me. It's like, dude, how many times can the internet just dunk your head into a toilet and you just take it? You just take it.
And you look, she packed all of her shit. Everything. All of her shit. All of her, oh, she left that. Stupid bitch. No, I'm kidding. She didn't even try to talk to me before. She just called the cops on me and said, I'm gonna go get all her shit, and took everything. Her Maybach, her Birkin. Like, I never thought 24 hours ago the one girl I ever loved would be gone like that. Like dead ass just straight up used me. Like that's what it seems like. You guys seen, like I sacrificed my content for this girl. Like,
oh no, what will humanity do without Jack Doherty's content? Anything but the content, man. In fact, I would trade half the human race for Jack Doherty's content, actually. Now, what was the content? It just him harassing people on the street, hiding behind his piece of trash bodyguard. Great content, man. I can't believe you actually had to sacrifice that for her because he loved her, guys. Does anybody actually buy that bullshit? You are incapable of love. You have not loved anyone in your entire life. You know, somebody's gonna write a book about this, like the e-pimp and the OnlyFans girl, just to teach a lesson to all the Gen Alpha kids coming up. Because you know our generation is gonna be ripe with Jack Doherty's. Unfortunately, he is like the start of this massive trend of douchebag influencers that's just gonna come on and take over now.
I sacrificed my business for this girl. I made her my business. Like I put all my time into her.
All right, this is so funny because he completely slips up here. He says, I made her my business, right? And if you want to know the translation to that, it's basically saying, I pimped out my own girlfriend on OnlyFans and took a % of her revenue. That was his business. That was the thing that he was bragging about all this time. Oh, he's making so much money. Nope, it was just his girlfriend making all the money, and then he would take a cut because he's this manipulative piece of shit. This absolute limp piece of broccoli actually thought he built a business. Like, he has the audacity to say that. He thinks he had anything of value to offer this world. No, you are a loser, a complete reject, a waste of space, an abomination of a human. It is sad to inhale the same air as you, to be the same species. If aliens come to Earth, you're our first human sacrifice, all right? You are an absolute embarrassment, all right? And this is just a victory lap for every one of your haters. Now he goes in an absolute, like, nice guy rant, like, oh, I'll definitely treat her better. The next guy is not gonna do as well. He literally thinks he's a Shawn Mendes song.
No other guy in the world that's gonna treat her better than me. When I met this girl, I was making $1.5 million a month. Now, I'm making probably a tenth of that. It's because I spent too much time loving this girl when I should have been working.
I spent too much time loving this girl. What are you talking about? From what I saw, you're like terminally online, dude. Also, he's completely lying about his income. I can guarantee you he does not make 100K a month. I can 100% guarantee you that. This absolute tool will exaggerate every single number ever because he wants to attract more girls like McKinley, his girlfriend, so that they fall under his trap. Basically agree to split revenue with him because they think it somehow elevates their brand, like he's promoting them to a new audience, and then they're gonna get more followers and more revenue for their OnlyFans, when in actuality he literally offers nothing to the deal at all, and he's basically just scamming all these people. And the reality is, Jack is completely broke. Think about it. He is banned from every single streaming platform. He gets no viewers. He literally lost all of his OnlyFans girl contracts and all of his OnlyFans girl connections. And that was his only source of revenue. His biggest earner, his own girlfriend, has left him, changed the password, and he has nothing left. He is completely done. I wouldn't be surprised to see him at your local McDonald's. He's completely cooked. Now, while I have no sympathy for his girlfriend leaving him, let's not forget that she is also a complete shameless, degenerate freak as well. We made a video on her in the past where basically she was just promoting her OnlyFans to minors and kids. She had like a 12, 13-year-old kid in her videos, and she's dressed in like a skimpy outfit and all that. It's like complete degenerate shit. These people kind of deserved each other, but honestly, I wouldn't care if these guys literally got ran over. Here's a video she posted with baby Gronk, who's this kid who's 11 years old, who's somehow become an influencer now.
Would you rather have this girl or this Urus?
I'm taking that Urus.
Urus?
Yep.
All right. Would you rather have this girl or this McLaren? McLaren? Oh, okay. All right, well, sorry. All right, would you rather have this girl or this blue Lambo?
Lambo.
Still? Not good enough for you?
No.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so let me get this straight. You are a full-grown woman asking an 11-year-old boy if he'd rather sleep with an OnlyFans girl. Excuse me, what the flying f is wrong with you? FBI, open up! Now, here's a couple videos Jack filmed while melting down. He basically just posted his girlfriend taking her things from the house.
Like, my girlfriend called the cops on me to get all her stuff out. insane. Like, what the fuck? I can't believe what's happening right now. Girls are the fake. You guys wouldn't even believe it.
Yeah, girls are fake, or you're a massive, insufferable douchebag who deserves everything that's happening to him. He made this tweet: "You give a girl the world, and she'll still call the cops on you to come get her stuff." That's a very oddly specific scenario, dude. Also, what exactly did you give her besides permanent brain damage from listening to your voice every day?
Young, remind me that I still have your driver's license, okay, hon? I don't know.
Yeah, but I didn't. I just wanted to talk to you. That's it. Then just talk. So you wouldn't answer me, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what?
Like,
you called the cops.
You can't, like, slow down so I can be with you, honey.
You gotta get out of my house. I didn't let you. I didn't say you can come in
She's
here.
letting us in.
She doesn't own this house. I didn't say you can come in my house.
Her address is
I don't
on
care.
here. She's a resident here.
I don't care. You
We're
guys
not
aren't
here to
allowed
do
in my
it.
house.
We're not here to have a hard
You guys
time.
aren't allowed in my house.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works. That is literally the purpose of calling the police, so that she can be escorted without you blocking her with your massive broccoli head. I mean, again, I don't really have much sympathy for her either. As I mentioned, she's a horrible person too. And you gotta be a special type of idiot to get into a relationship with Jack Doherty willingly. But as I mentioned, I am not surprised by this. Nobody's surprised by this. Apparently, the reason she called the cops as well is that Jack threatened her, which I wouldn't be surprised. This guy's an absolute loser.
She lives here.
Who gave you?
She did.
She doesn't own this house. Just because she lives doesn't mean she gave you permission to. Bro, you called the cops on me in my own house after I've done everything for you. I didn't threaten you, bro. Bro, how did I threaten you?
Do me a favor. Can you stay over there?
Yeah, you're in my house. You're unreal, bro. You're in my house. Tell me what to do.
This is her house.
She doesn't
She's
pay
allowing
for it.
us
I'm
in.
sorry.
Doesn't matter.
It's not your house.
Doesn't matter.
It's just crazy. McKinley, what the fuck are you doing?
Getting all my shit, Jack.
Dude, who the fuck is this? You get the fuck out of my house.
No,
Yeah,
Jack.
stay the fuck out of my house. Get out.
Stop.
Dave, tell her to get the fuck out of the house.
No, it's my
Not
friend.
that. Get this stupid ass out of here.
Yep, keep cussing in front of the cops, man. That'll help you, case. Also, threatening women, another new low for Jack here. I'm very curious what he said to threaten her, though, because it can't be physical, because this guy would get bodied by a chihuahua. Maybe it was like Jack's scumbag security guard on his, like, last payment or something. That's the only way Jack could intimidate anyone, by having a massive guy do all the dirty work for him. But yeah, what a great day, man. Jack's life falling apart is just wonderful. I think I'm gonna get myself a cookie today, just to sort of reward myself. I probably played no part in this, but I'd like to think I did. You know, just make a bunch of videos shitting on the guy. Maybe there's some sort of butterfly effect. Now, if you thought Jack couldn't get any more pathetic, actually nobody thought that, let's be real, but he did go live the next day again, and he basically completely changed his tune now. I have no idea what happened. Maybe McKinley went back to him and said something, or I don't know. He claims to be in love or whatever, so maybe he's like easily manipulated or something like that. But he seems to like her again.
Her plan all along was to get her made back and break up. No, it wasn't, guys. She's honestly like the best girl ever, but I just think sometimes we need to settle our differences better, and I don't know. Stay strong. Facts, stay strong about her. Thank you. Better content, you by yourself. Obviously, but I make a lot of sacrifices for her because, you know, I love her, and yeah, I made a lot of sacrifices in every aspect of my life for her, but wish she saw that a little more. But she is super appreciative. I don't want to say anything bad about her.
Yeah, this is complete delusion. That ship has sailed so many times. He says, I don't want to say anything bad about her after literally trashing her the entire night on stream. Saying you did everything for this girl and she just left, she just used you, she's fake, etc, etc. You literally went on a complete unhinged nice guy rant last night. It's a little bit late to take that back, but apparently this morning he's come out of the trance and now he's just like, oh yeah, she's just the best girl ever. I don't want to say anything bad about her. Like, what happened? Did she give you back the password to the OnlyFans account? That's the only like explanation I can see here. But honestly, either way, it's such loser behavior, man. Just like broadcasting this type of relationship drama online as well. Just the whole thing, everything to do with this guy is just pathetic. Anyways, he confesses his love for her once again.
I love her and she's my girlfriend. That's why I've been with her for the past 2 years. You know, it's like, I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna be with someone I don't love or don't think I would be with in the future. And I don't think it's something like we can't overcome, but like, yeah, it's probably the worst fight I've ever been in. But you know, you live and you learn, and I don't know. I think I just didn't like feeling like everyone around me was doing nothing. I kind of just crashed out. But that's not really how it is.
Yeah, you can be with someone for 2 years and not love them. That is very entirely possible. Just because you were with her for 2 years doesn't mean you know what love is or that you actually love her. You're like what would happen if I asked ChatGPT to AI generate a douchebag. I refuse to believe this guy actually knows what love is or anything like that. His default NPC settings are only care about clout and money and nothing else. We all remember this guy has no emotions. He literally crashed his car, and then when his friend was like bleeding from the face, he didn't even care about him, like his cameraman or whatever. He was more concerned about the car and the damage and the fact that he might be banned. And then his mom even came on stream saying that he's worried about him and he needs to stop doing all this bullshit, and he completely ignored her and continues doing this shit. I don't know, I just don't believe him. I highly doubt he was ever in love, and if he was, he's a complete moron. Anyways, here's what people are saying. You're a freaking weirdo, man. She obviously felt threatened enough to call the cops for a reason. Frick out of here. Correcting the record, her OnlyFans gave you the world. Like, he always says, like, I gave you the world. Like, what exactly did you give her? She was the breadwinner. She was the one making all of the money, dude. It is just embarrassing for you. I genuinely hope somebody catches him without his security and does exactly what needs to happen. Everybody is waiting for this day. I mean, this guy got bodied by Neon, dude. It's not gonna take much. Always good to see the downfall in someone who truly deserves it in the world. You get what you put into this world. You treat people like shit. Karma will always win. You exploit kids for OnlyFans. How could anyone date this a-hole? Yeah, could not care less about this. Jack is the type of guy that nobody pays attention to unless he slips and cracks his skull. Then everybody looks at him and laughs. You know, I was having a pretty bad day, but now that I've shit on Jack and seen him failing in life, I just have a spring in my step. I might go outside, get some fresh air, some sunlight, say hi to the neighbor's dog, start skipping around. Hopefully this made your day as well. I love my job. Jack Doherty is getting very desperate. So apparently the latest news is that he's been robbed at gunpoint in Beverly Hills, California. He claims that the robbers stole some jewelry from him worth about $300,000. And he's posted the aftermath of the situation where he's filing a police report. He's melting down about the incident, saying how he was tackled to the ground by 4 people and pinned down and they took his chain. And of course, his shirt seems to have conveniently disappeared again. And I'm just sat here looking at this situation and thinking, something just isn't adding up. How does a guy who streams pretty much everything all day, every day, get conveniently robbed the one time he actually isn't streaming and the robbers wouldn't know his location, right? Because when you're streaming, you're broadcasting your location live, so that's when you're more likely to be robbed. Also, this happened in Rodeo Drive, which is like a famous shopping street in California, meaning that there's literally going to be cameras everywhere, so this would pretty much be the worst place to rob someone, especially in broad daylight. So let's just investigate this situation together and just see what actually happened. So it starts with Jack meeting the police and explaining what happened.
Guys, I just got robbed. I just got robbed on Rodeo Drive. 4 armed guys hopped out of their car, ripped both my chains off my neck. Bro, I think that was a setup, bro.
So how many?
Like, that was a setup.
So how many people? Can we just hold off on this because we got some witnesses.
Dave, I don't even know what the f happened. Like, help me talk, bro. I'm in shock.
Right, so 4 armed guys apparently robbed Jack Doherty in broad daylight. Now, if you remember, the last time we talked about Jack, his OnlyFans girlfriend actually left him and she called the cops on him. And she was pretty much the last source of his income. And I feel like Jack has started panicking and getting very desperate, trying to sustain his new acquired lifestyle, right? And it's resulted in him doing something very stupid. I have a theory that this might be some sort of an inside job, some sort of like an insurance fraud. I feel like Jack probably had one of his own goons pretend to rob him so that he would get a bunch of insurance money. It's kind of like burning down your own house so you can cash in on the insurance, right? And I'm not sure if this strategy is actually going to work out for him, honestly, because he might just go to prison if they actually investigate and come to the conclusion that he's been bullshitting. So then Jack's bodyguard tries to explain to the cops what actually happened, because obviously Jack is too much of a baby to do it himself. And keep in mind, this is a different bodyguard from the one you've seen in the viral clips. The last one punched somebody and got in legal trouble, so Jack had to swap it up.
They're with me. The police officer sir, they're with me. Okay.
It was 4 males. I assume it was 4 males.
They touch you?
Yes.
Bleeding. You need fire?
Sure. What's that? That's that locker from radio.
Alright, just make sure nobody else touches you. We're gonna have crime left in the lobby.
That's gonna be 70.
What's the value of the necklace? One of them was 100K, one of them was 200K. It's like 300K?
Yeah. The planes are returning to an 09 Audi 4-door. Registered out of LA on Yellow Way, Controversy.
Right, so Jack just pulls out his phone and starts looking at chat. This absolute doofus can't even pay attention for 2 minutes to just answer the police officer's questions. Now, do I think the police is real? Yes, it does seem to be real. The officer looks legit, and you can hear the communications in the back. Obviously, these are real people walking in the background as well, so it is not completely set up. But I think the robbery probably is. And the thing is, Jack might just actually be committing a crime here, which makes me very giddy with excitement. Because if the investigation is thorough, then this reject might actually see the inside of a jail cell. And with creators like Vitaly finally finding out and getting actual prison time in horrific conditions, I feel like this is great. I feel like the tide is finally shifting. Now, I think in the interaction, Jack said he's bleeding, but I literally do not see where. I have not seen it in this entire goddamn clip. Now, some people are also suspecting that his new girlfriend is the one who set this up. They're theorizing that nobody else would actually know where Jack actually is at all times and know if it's like safe to rob him at that point. And how would the robbers even know if he had anything valuable on him? And even if they knew he had jewelry on him, how would they know if it's actually real? Because most people just walk around with fake jewelry because it looks the exact same, and you can't tell the difference unless you use like a diamond checker. Anyways, here we have a picture of the necklaces that were stolen. I mean, you obviously can't really tell if it's real from a picture, but even if it is real, there's no guarantee that one of Jack's friends didn't just take it and hide it somewhere and then claim it got robbed, right? But anyways, let's quickly move on to Jack's new girlfriend. I thought this was McKinley at first, but apparently not. Jack just found the exact replica Temu version of McKinley. Because as we know from last episode, the real one broke up with him and called the cops on him.
Bro, what the f just happened, bro? Yeah. Did they hop out with guns out? Yeah. Yes. It literally happened right there. And what, you ran? Bro, yeah, give us a play-by-play. What happened? Yeah. Bro, that was a setup for sure, bro. It's too perfect. I walk out and they're right there, bro. Like they walk out and they immediately hop out their car.
Yeah, wow, that is a strikingly similar looking person. I wonder what her hourly rate actually is to put up with Jack here. And honestly, whatever it is way too low. Now, he keeps saying it's a setup, but I'm not exactly sure who he's accusing here, because there's only a couple people it really could have been. Your new girlfriend or your new bodyguard. Those are the only two people who sort of knew your location and your general daily schedule. But the situation just keeps getting weirder, because we find out that the bodyguard wasn't even armed, conveniently, right? So when these armed robbers confronted Jack, this gigantic dude could actually not do anything, because he conveniently did not have a gun. And you know, maybe that makes sense because, you know, he's only been hired here to intimidate people and to protect Jack when he starts harassing random people on the street. Because, you know, when people want to beat the shit out of him, he needs a big guy in the way. Anyways, Jack keeps cooking his fairy tale here, saying that people tackled him.
All three or four of them just tackling me to the ground. It's insane. I don't even know what happened. What even happened? Like, I didn't even see what happened. It all happened so fast. Did they just pin me against the wall?
Can I speak to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna separate you from everyone just so I can get your information and everything. I understand you guys are recording. Just right now, for the sake of the investigation, I'm gonna need you guys to go to the tree. The tree? The little tree? Yeah. Do you have your the little tree, guys?
Yeah, so he just consistently does this. He keeps ignoring the officers who are trying to get information on the situation. And you would think that someone who got robbed would be a bit more keen on helping the officer with details and stuff, but he's too busy replying to the bots in his stream chat. By the way, this is not on any real website like YouTube or Twitch or something like that. This is on some random third-party thing called Party, which is where like Johnny Somali and all these cretins are streaming. I don't even know what the hell that is, some random crypto website. Now, let me just point out some inconsistencies here. He said he was tackled to the ground by 4 people. First off, you don't need more than a little girl to tackle Jack Doherty to the ground. But then he also says he was pinned to the wall. So how do you get tackled to the ground and then lifted up and pinned to the wall? Like, why wouldn't they just take your shit while you're on the ground? And again, I'm gonna keep bringing it up. This is happening in one of the most popular shopping streets in broad daylight. Ah, yes, the hug me for $10 deal. I really care about you, Jack. I've only known you for about 2 days now, but actually, I really care about you. Honestly, if I was the detective, she would be #1 on my list because she's probably like, okay, his previous girlfriend just kind of used him and left him. I can probably do the same thing. This guy's an absolute sucker, so let me just expedite the process and just take his chain, and then I don't have to pork him. And it was this one time Jack did have a legitimate reason to take his shirt off. They were giving it to as evidence to the police over here, but he had to make sure to get it on camera, you know?
How do I make 300K right now? You go to a casino? Put the Rich Millie up. So much. Dude, he was chasing me around the road trying to get my watch off. That's insane. Yeah, it's like, and I don't know which way to go, bro. Because if I go too far away, he's gonna just get me alone, and I have a broken collarbone, so I can't even fight this guy.
Yeah, Jack Doherty acting like a tough guy is unbelievably pathetic. So his excuse for not fighting is that he had a broken collarbone. That's why he couldn't fight this guy, actually. Not the fact that you're literally built like a handicapped Lego piece, and the fact that you've lost a fight to Neon, of all people. Him acting like he was going to fight anybody is probably the least believable thing out of this entire situation. And his story keeps changing. Like, so now they were chasing you around. Apparently before, 4 people tackled you to the ground, and then they pinned you against a wall, and despite already being able to take your necklace, now you're in some sort of random chase, and you were running around trying to escape them, despite you literally saying that you were being held at gunpoint. So, was this absolute inbred toenail running when somebody had a gun pointed to his head? I mean, I'm no expert, but you're probably not supposed to move when someone has a gun to your head, you absolute moron. And I just want to say, I feel like Jack is getting himself into very deep waters here, because this is not really something you can just fake for another internet stunt, right? And if the cops actually do decide to put their resources into this and look into this, if they find out that you are lying about this or set it up in any way, I feel like you're completely screwed. This is a definite prison sentence. But again, unfortunately, he is not in the Philippines where they actually punish people like this, but he is in California, where I've heard they just kind of let criminals go or give very slap on the wrist punishments. So the enforcement of the law is just not the best there. I'm not entirely sure if any of you are from Cali, just let me know. So now he talks about how he doesn't trust his girlfriend.
And bro, I just didn't want to lose my Richard Mill. I lost both my chains, bro. It's so sad. 100K and 200K. Bye-bye. But they said they might be able to get it back. That'd be goated. No problem.
Timu McKinley set you up, bro. They got the drop from her.
They said Timu McKinley set you up, bro. They got the drop from her. Is that true?
I low-key suspected that at first.
That was my feed.
I took her phone, I checked it. I said, yo, I had to. I was like, what the sorry, like, I don't know. 300K is 300K. You never know.
Ooh, yeah, what a beautiful relationship here. So he got robbed, and the first thing he actually thought was, it must have been my new girlfriend. Actually, it's just sad that you have to literally spend money to have women around you, and even then, you are just perpetually paranoid that they are out to get you in some sort of way. And, you know, you should be, as I said. I mean, if you're paying someone to be with you, then yeah, they would be the type of person to steal from you, clearly, because obviously at that point, the goal is the money. I feel like no sane human would ever willingly be around this actual cretin. And if it couldn't get worse, Jack just goes on, completely sort of embellishing the story. Even if this happened, this is just sounds so unbelievable. He says they had a gun to his face and he still wouldn't give up his watch.
Should have been 580. What?
Should have been fucking 480 with the Richard.
Bro, he was chasing around. I was not letting it go. He had a gun to me, and I was like, nah. I'm taking this watch. Motherfucker, I'll die for this shit.
Yeah, if you're above the age of 3, you can probably tell Jack is lying out of his ass here. Even if the sort of robbery was real or whatever, this part of it, I cannot believe it. Like, you're telling me this coward reject will not shit himself when there's a gun pointed at him. You're telling me Jack is going to act like a hero defending his watch? Now again, just to reiterate how stupid this actually sounds, maybe he's like fluffing up the story or something, but like 4 people with guns took his necklace but didn't decide to take his Richard Mille expensive watch or phone. I mean, I feel like you just take everything at that point, no? The only reason he's acting this chill is because it's probably fake and he can just make up whatever story he wants about this, because apparently nobody was there except everyone that's under Jack Doherty's payroll. In a busy shopping street, of course, full of cameras, nobody was there. In broad daylight, of course. And he wasn't streaming, of course, conveniently. Listen, I'm not gonna say it's 100% fake. I'm just throwing out theories here of what it possibly could be, all right? And personally, I just want to see footage actually come out about this, because there is no way a single camera did not record that interaction. Even if it was fake, it would have recorded the fake confrontation or whatever Jack did to set it up, right? And the thing is, that might actually happen, because the last time we did actually get body cam footage of Jack and his OnlyFans squad when McKinley actually called the cops on him, because apparently everybody's just uploading body cam footage to the internet. There's like a million of those channels right now. So if we actually do get one of those, we can probably get to the bottom of this situation. But for now, Jack continues his BS story.
The cops said they had extended mags on me, which is lit. But I didn't do that. Didn't stop me. I didn't even know they were there. I was like fighting with the guys. They trying to get them to f me so I can keep my watch and shit. But like literally the chains were gone instantly. Like I was like,
so when you tell us what happened. So when you went to the
I'm
ground,
like pinned up against the wall, me and right here, and like I get pinned up against the wall like this, and I see my chains right there in this guy's hand, and I'm being pushed like this. Some other guy's going at my watch, and I'm like trying to fight him off, and then
so 4 dudes, they pushed you against the wall like instantly, and just one took your chain.
Somehow like
one's holding you.
Like we're all here, like 5 of us were right here, or 6 of us were right here. Me, Dave, Christy, and the 4 guys, and then next thing I know, Dave and 2 of the guys are there, and then one of the guys chasing me around the street trying to get my watch off. So
you went fully across the street.
And then the other guy's like, nah, we got the chains. And then the other guy stopped chasing me.
Jack Doherty? More like J.K. Rowling. This guy's a top-notch fiction writer right here. Truly great stuff here. Pulling straight farts out of his ass right here. Acting like some sort of grand heist is actually happening. Yeah, you know, guys, I had 4 dudes on me. I was fighting back. They were chasing me around. Like, not even the bots are falling for this, you broccoli head mother flipper. And he keeps describing like this sort of brutal like confrontation where he's getting like tackled to the ground, but there's not a single scratch on him. There's not a single cut, a single bruise. He said he was bleeding. I don't see it. There's not a single picture. So like, if you got completely manhandled, where is the evidence? Show something. And I feel like it is completely unbelievable that anyone would rob Jack and not first punch him in the face. Like, I feel like that is just too far-fetched. I cannot believe that personally.
Did you run all the way across the street?
I ran there, then I was like, if I go there, it's just me and him. So I was like, I have to come back.
And then what his boys said, oh, we got the chains, and he turned around and
yelled, and they hopped in the car.
Yeah, so you were running away with a gun pointed at you. Yeah, very, very believable. Like, if they were actually armed, why didn't you just shut up and do what you were told? I feel like Jack is the type of guy to value his pathetic life over everything, right? You know, he's not the type of guy to play hero in this type of situation. So if we want to believe Jack Doherty's story here, he somehow escaped and started running after 4 people tackled him to the ground with guns pointed at him. And he somehow broke free and started running away. And they still didn't take his watch or have a single Cobras on it. Like, this is faker than WWE, bro. You can't be serious. Now, Jack actually calls his dad and tells him how he got robbed. And don't be fooled, this doesn't make it any more real. Like, he's bought his mom into content in the past before. So I feel like he'll lie to anybody if it just makes him some money.
Dad, I just got robbed.
What?
I just got robbed.
Where?
On Rodeo Drive. They took both my chains.
You kidding me?
Nope.
By gunpoint?
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 guys. They like tackled me and Dave and like.
You tackled Dave too?
Yeah.
Does Dave have a gun there or no?
I don't know. No, he didn't.
He didn't have a gun?
I don't know why.
Are you okay?
I'm just shaking up. It was just scary, like. And then fuck, I also just lost 300 grand, but like, other than that, I'm good. Yeah. No.
What the f was Dave doing during this? Bro gets paid to be big or something?
Okay, honestly, I don't know who the hell is donating to Jack, even if it's $1, but they actually did a valid question there. Like, how did the bodyguard you pay actually do nothing? I mean, first you said he couldn't do anything because of the guns, but then you also said that you were fighting them off yourself. So if you were fighting, what the heck was the 7-foot-tall giant doing? Like, I feel like the only reason he wouldn't fight back is that he set you up, you know? Also, if you noticed in the phone call, when Jack told his dad about the robbery, the dad immediately said, oh, was it at gunpoint? I mean, I feel like if my friend got robbed or something, I wouldn't automatically jump to, oh, did they have guns on you or something? Like, I just think that, you know, somebody stole something casually or something where you're bumping across the train or whatever. Maybe that's more common in America or whatever, and you jump to that conclusion instantly. But I don't know, it just seems convenient how he already knew it was like a gun situation. But again, I'm not making any definitive statements. If by some ridiculous miracle this is a real thing that actually happened, I mean, that's still funny. I guess karma's catching up. People are going up to Jack and robbing him for everything he has. I mean, that's just funny. People are hunting him down. That is just wonderful news. But I don't know. I feel like everything's a little too convenient. Now, Jack did actually tweet about the whole situation, and he just attached the same video. And here's what people are saying. Deserved. Where was your badass security team? Tough break, Dweeb. And the quote tweets are basically just memes laughing at him. Okay, I had to click off Twitter, then a lot of people just saying he should get shot or something. Anyways, let me know in the comments. I'm interested to know what you think. Like, do you believe this robbery was actually real, or did Jack just set this up because he's like super desperate? I don't know. In any case, I'm pretty happy either way. Clearly his life is going downhill. It's a wonderful day to be alive, honestly. Now click this video or you're stuck with Jack Doherty's broccoli ass haircut for the rest of your life.